Germany, Austria, the Czech Republic. What do these three nations have in common? EU membership, very close neighbors, the 1940. But for us, the main thing we need to know is that in the tri-point border area of these three nations, one of the newest WRC rallies takes place, the Central European Rally, or CER for short. 2025 will mark the third and for the time being the last edition of this event. And since CER is already underway as we speak, the only thing that came into my head other than that is to jump into EAWRC and see if I can set a world record on one of these stages. For my last attempt in Chile, I did kinda well. I was less than 2 seconds away from my world record, so expectations for this latest attempt are fairly high. But I already know that I'm gonna be disappointing myself massively. But let's see what we can get anyway. Now, as I just said, we're gonna be trying to get a world record on one of the CER stages, which is Tarmac. Specifically, we will be taking on the Bronze stage, mainly because this is a stage I have already a good amount of mileage on previously, so that should make things a little bit easier. And we will try to set a world record on this stage in the WRC 1997 to 2011 class, or as I like to call it, the Citroen C4 Cup, as 90 of the top 100 times on this stage in this class were set in the C4. So if I'm not using this car, I can forget about my world record hopes. And seeing as the last week or so has been very busy for me, I decided to give myself an extra layer of difficulty by giving myself only 2 hours. From the moment I start my first attempt, I have 2 hours to set the fastest time possible, and those 2 hours also include all the time spent tuning the setup, watching the replays, etc, etc. And now with all the pre-run stuff now out of the way, like, subscribe, and now you can let go of the handbrake. In terms of stage length, compared to my previous world record attempt, this is going to be the longest stage I will ever do, as the world record is under 4 minutes, so this is going to take a lot of time, and seeing as I only have 2 hours to do this, I'm going to have very few attempts. And unlike my previous attempts where I always set a benchmark on my first or maybe second attempt, for CER it took a little bit longer. I failed on my first, I failed on my second, I even failed on my third attempt. It'll actually take me until attempt number 7 to even set a solid-ish benchmark. And that first benchmark would be a 407.6, which would put us in the top 130 in the world, almost 13 seconds off the pace. Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. And because I gave myself even less time to do this compared to previous videos, I started to push a lot harder, a lot quicker, a lot sooner, meaning I started to fail more and more often. Oftentimes, I wouldn't even be able to complete the first half of the stage before I have some kind of crash. Some fails would include turning my C4 into a lawnmower, others would see my Citroen C4 turning into an aeroplane. I would eventually be able to put it together once again on attempt number 13, set a 403.7, almost 4 seconds improvement, and now I sit just outside the top 80, though still 9 seconds off the pace. We're getting better, but still a lot of time to improve. But it would be a lot longer until I would find another improvement, and during the second half of this challenge, I found out the biggest problem that I had during these runs. And that problem being is not being able to put everything together. What I mean by that is that there were some attempts where I was really fast and improving in the first and or second splits, but then would absolutely bottle it in the third or fourth split, and there were other attempts where it was the complete reverse, where I was sluggish in the first half, but then absolutely rapid in the second half. Each attempt had good bits, but I was not able to put it all together in one single run just yet. But I would eventually be able to put something together on attempt 27 with a 401.1, which would put us just outside the top 40 in the world. Now, on one hand, I was kind of alright with this run, but on the other hand, I thought that I could find some more time, and knowing that I had about 30 minutes left at this point, I decided to continue on. And during these runs, I would also make adjustments to my setup. And as the timer got closer and closer to 0, I started to push a lot more and more and more, and therefore started to crash a lot more and more and more, and the frustration was slowly starting to build up. During these 2 hours, including all the times recording the replays, adjusting the setups, etc, etc, I would have a total of 35 attempts. And here is what I was able to extract on my very last attempt.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 90, go. Turn square left, don't cut, and slight right. To slight left of the crest, long, tightens 4, and 3 right, don't cut, 80, jump, 50, 6 right, 100, long crest, and 4 right, half long, don't cut, 40, open hairpin left, 120, caution, crest, sudden hairpin right, 130, open hairpin left. 50, open hairpin right. 50, 4 left of crest, opens, 60, small crest, into 2 left, don't cut, and 5 right, 50, 1 right, 90, square left, tightens, and 5 right, 40, 3 right, 90, caution, 3 right short, and square left, 100, 2 right, tightens, to 1 left, 100, caution, slight left of a crest, and right of a jump, 50, slight left, into turn, square right, 40, 3 right, tightens, into 2 left short, don't cut, 70, square left, tightens, into crest, 30, turn, 1 right, tightens, 350, turn, square left short, and 1 right, 80, small crest, 100, 4 left of the crest, 140, 6 left of the crest, 240, 4 left, opens, long, don't cut, 140, 5 right, tightens of the crest, 50, long crest, 70, 5 right short, 50, slight right, 70, 5 left of the crest, don't cut, and 6 right, 180, slowing, 1 right, tightens, don't cut, and slight left, long tightens, 120, late, 5 right of the crest, 260, caution, 3 left, keep in, 130, slight left of the crest, very long tightens, 80, crest, to slight right, tightens 5 to 5 left short, don't cut, 120, small jump, 40, slight left of the crest, opens, very long, 170, caution, crest, to 5 right short, and 6 left, long, tightens 4, into bump, 50, 3 right, and 3 left, short of the crest, 120, caution, slight right, tightens 1, long, 60, 6 left, 40, 2 left, don't cut, opens 3, 160, crest, 80, caution, 3 right sharp, and 3 left, don't cut, 60, 6 right, 100, 5 right, slowing, 40, late, 3 left of the crest, and 5 left, 50, turn, 1 right, don't cut, 200. Finish, 5 right to stop. Okay, that's a 4 minute, 0.6.
And there you have it, a 4:00.6 would be the best time I will be able to extract, and that would put me 32nd in the world, just at the 6 seconds of the pace. And looking at my split times, I actually lost the most time in sector 3 compared to my previous attempts, and if I hooked up all 4 splits together, my optimal time would have been a 4:00.2, which would have put me 27th in the world. Kind of frustrated obviously that I didn't get a world record, and also a little bit frustrated that the 2 hours are over, because I personally could go a lot quicker if I had a bit more time on my hands, but I gave myself 2 hours, so I'm a man of my word and decided to stick to just these 2 hours, and in 2 hours this is the best I was able to extract. We still have Japan and Saudi Arabia left in this year's championship, so expect 2 more world record attempts at least during this year, and maybe a few more afterwards, but we'll see about that. So I'm gonna press the pause button here for now and say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well to help me hit 1000 subscribers. I am planning a Q&A video when I do hit 1k subs. And as always, all my other social media profiles are linked down below, and I'll see you in the next one.